Hello, my name is Adam Harris with Harris Chiropractic, and we are here today to interview for some questions about my practice. Well, I think the best reason to see a chiropractor is for wellness care, and I try to get everybody into wellness care as soon as possible. But oftentimes people have aches and pains. Back pain is probably the most common reason that someone would come in. People see a lot of low back pain in my clinic. But after that, it's more about being healthy and having a healthy lifestyle. I hope so. I don't really try to get caught up too much in the names of what I am that I'm doing. I think the important thing is that the treatments work and that we put motion back into the body and make for a healthier person. Obviously, we like to use the word subluxation. Subluxation is a word that really is kind of special in our profession, where it's not a dislocation, it's above that, but it just means that a joint is out of place, and my job is to try to get motion back into that area to get you feeling better. I love the flexibility, I love the patience, and for me to be a small business owner and to have the flexibility to be able to be at home with my family and really balance homework and play is is most important for me. I believe that recharging your batteries and being 100% for your patients is probably the most important thing. And so for me, having the ability to balance my schedule is probably the aspect of it that I love the most. Yeah, I really do run the gamut. I've got professional bull riders to newborns. I think my oldest client is 94, and she tells me every time she comes in, she's like, "Don't forget, I'm 94." I love it. But really, I'd probably say the bread and butter is the 20s to 50s families that are coming in that are very active, weekend warriors. I love children. I have 3 of my own, and so I've often gotten really good at treating a lot of patients, obviously their friends as well. And so the great thing about children is that they respond so fast to care. They don't have all of the injuries, they don't have the traumas, they don't have that inhibitions and the muscle memory of past traumas in their life that adults have, and they have to go through that rehabilitative process. Oftentimes, if they have a headache, which is most of the times why I will see a little one, or colicky in an infant, they respond in 1 or 2 treatments. It's fabulous. They don't have any preconceived notions or reasons to manipulate anything. So I love seeing children. I originally had a passion for sports, was going to go into sports, but then realized how much extra time that it takes and the pressures that go along with trying to get an athlete back out on the field, which is more than just the athlete. It's the profession, it's the associations and the leagues and the team doctors and the coaches. And so I stepped away from doing teamwork. I still work for the Marauders rugby team. I enjoy that, but that's a semi-pro team, and they're just happy to see me. And so I really had an emphasis in extremity adjusting and working with knees and ankles and shoulders and things like that. But over the years, I've become more of a family practice as I've become more of a family man. The most challenging aspect of my job would definitely be just balancing the schedule. I would say that patients want to come in at all different times, and I created a clinic specifically so that the patient's going to get one-on-one care with me. I felt that in other clinics, the patients, which was what they were spending their money for, was to see the doctor, didn't see the doctor much, and maybe only a minute to 2 minutes. And I I didn't want that for myself, and I didn't want that for my clinic. And so I really scaled down and simplified my clinic so that it would be a clinic that the patient would get one-on-one 100% care from me from start to finish. But because of that, it takes a lot more of my time. And so I would probably say the hardest aspect of my clinic is definitely balancing the schedule so that I can give 100% to all of my patients. I definitely enjoy the most is that the ability to see the different aspects. I never see the same type of a patient coming through the door, so I have a lot of diversity from, like we were talking about before, with newborns to grandmothers. Everybody comes in with something a little bit different, and I think it's super cool to see somebody who has gone through the whole thing, where they started out maybe with a lot of headaches or migraines. And I have a story about a lady who had a migraine, who was taking a lot of medications, and then I started to treat her, and her headaches became less, and so she started taking less medication. Well, the medication made her super groggy, so when she went home, she just went straight to bed. And so she didn't eat well because she didn't feel well, and because she didn't eat well, she didn't really want to exercise either. And with all of those things starting to improve, she started to staying up and being with her family a little bit more, and she was less groggy. Because she was feeling better, she started eating better, and when she started eating better, it motivated her to go work out. And since then, all the other things in her life have improved. Eat better, exercise, sleep, stress reduction, more family time with the people that you love. That is something to see that I enjoy the most. I love being able to see somebody who is able to thrive and really grow as a person. And I think that is fun to see for sure. Definitely, I think the biggest idea that is different within a chiropractic career is that most people go into it thinking they're going to be a doctor, but the stereotypical doctor doesn't own his own business. And so I think the most important thing that I would tell prospective students that are going into the career is that you're going to be a one-man show for a lot of it. And if you thrive in that environment, such as I do, and wanted that, I wanted to be a small business owner, this is perfect for you. All the time. My best friend is a medical doctor. I had a multidiscipline clinic before this, where I had medical doctors and physical therapists and acupuncturists, massage therapists, and we had a blast. We saw tons of patients. We got a lot of people better. We all had the similar goal of just to optimize their health and their well-being in whatever means possible. And so I still work with a lot of doctors today. Insurance just didn't allow it to really thrive for us, and so after time I moved on, I sold that clinic off, and now I'm here in a more simplified version of what I do. And I just refer for that. So if I feel that you need to see a neurologist or a cardiologist or a podiatrist or imaging, I refer for that, and I've got good friends in all of those places. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you've got to learn a little bit more about me and my clinic, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.